What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron. Today, first episode, we're going to be hitting legs, heavy squats, leg press, leg extensions, more than likely RDLs because I like to do heavy deadlifts also, and that's part of my programming. So let's get started. I don't want to talk too much. I'll see you at the squat rack. So after a nice good 5-minute shoulder warm up, we get started with the bar. I'm not gonna go too crazy heavy tonight, but I'm gonna work up at least to 325 and do some more repetition work. And I just like starting with the bar under any circumstance, just to make sure everything's, feeling right in my joints, in my body, in my knees, in my back, everything like that. You know what I mean? Just make sure everything's grooving right. I also like to keep slow tempo all the way down and explode up, just to mimic the heavier reps that I'm going to be doing later down the line, just to reinforce my core, reinforce my explosion from the bottom, and just continue the drive throughout the sets. Honestly, I'm more of a shoes off squatter. I don't like squatting with my shoes. I feel the ground better with my feet planted. You know what I mean? Just feels right. But anyway, I'm gonna work up from a plate. I'm not gonna talk on these next sets. I'm just gonna fucking do a speed run through and work up from a plate to at least 325, and then see what the first set looks like. But thinking 325 maybe for 8 or 10. See what it feels like though. So I'll see you then. Alright, so since we're working with the 55-pound bar, I'm going to make the quarter plate jump to 285. It'll be the first set with the belt, and so far everything's running smooth, everything feels good. I PR'd on Sunday, which was like 4 days ago, so I have enough rest and recovery in my legs that I think 325 should feel smooth as butter as well, but we'll really know on this next set with the belt on. I like to start my first, 3 or 4 warm-up reps with no belt, no knee sleeves, nothing like that, just to get the feel of the weight and make sure everything's, feeling right and just feeling good. So we'll get into this next one, and I'll see you on this next, I'll see you after this next set, I guess. Let's see what happens. So that went just as I expected. Smooth, really clean, stayed in the groove, stayed in the pocket. My legs are just a little bit sore. They could be a little bit more warmed up, but I ain't gonna complain about that. I'm just gonna work through it. And yeah, the next top set will be a 325, 55-pound bar. Like I said, it's actually nicer. It's not too challenging once you get the hang of it. It's kind of makes a wider base for some people. I guess it's a little bit more difficult with balance if you're more centered and don't really have too wide of a grasp. But I got really long arms, so it's really beneficial for me to use that bar in particular. So next set will be 325. I'm not really gonna aim for a number. I'm just gonna shoot it up there. We're just gonna see what happens. Looking to probably hit around 6 to 8 for sure. I want them to be smooth reps, so you know what I mean. I'm gonna power through them and just make them real smooth reps. So I'll see you on this next set. Forgot to mention something real important. I did put these up because ultimately, yeah, even if you're really strong, it's always good to have them safeties in place. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm a fool and I don't use them, but you shouldn't be. You should always use them. So make sure you do that. I know I'm doing it on this next set because I'm going to send it. So I'll see you guys there. It's real shiny. Oh yeah. You know what else is real shiny? That like and subscribe button. So you better hit it. Alright, let's lock in. $325, let's go. Alrighty. Last one was kind of a grinder, but it wasn't too bad. Not trying to go to like pure failure yet. I want to have at least probably 2 more sets like that, and we'll just keep it with this weight. So I'm real upset with myself. I watched the video back and apparently I only hit 7. Fucking 7. That's awful. I told myself 6 to 8, and I know that falls in the category, but I really wanted 8. So next set, same intention. 8 is mandatory, even if I gotta stand there for a minute and catch my breath. 8 will happen. I gotta make that fucking promise to myself, because like realistically, too many people set a number that is reachable, but then end up just cutting themselves short simply because it's like, all right, I got tired, put it up. If you go down my shorts through social media, it's easy to see that I could push way more. Like I got way more than me. I could get way more into my fucking head and push more. Like if I want new numbers and new goals and new fucking PRs or anything that you want to set your fucking mind to, you gotta actually go for it sometimes. So I need to step it up a little more. So that's the plan for the next. I ain't even gonna put a number on it, just the foreseeable future. That's how you keep leveling up, not only just in here but in life. You know what I mean? So next set, 8 is a minimum. See you on the next one. Come on. Sakian. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Pretty positive that was 8. Whew. Oh yeah. See, a lot of people just, they'll be done there. And another set. Those were rough sets, but they weren't terrible. So I got 2 more in there. Gonna make the number to hit 4. Make them very intentional. Same way all the other reps have been. Try to keep the same tempo, same style, same look. You know what I mean? After that, I'll probably hit 1 good back off set. Because then I'll hit a total volume of 5 working sets, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, enough chatter. Let's get this one done. Easy number to hit, 4. One more. Alrighty. Same thing. 4 reps. And then 1 more back up set. Yeah. Now it's heavy. Come on. Now let's work. One more. Easy. All right. I'll drop the weight and do 1 solid back off set. Probably keep the volume high still. Thinking 8 to 12 reps, somewhere in that range. Then we'll go over to leg press and actually finish our leg day. I guess start our leg day, because this is like full body, you know what I mean? So this is basically my way of finding a middle ground between light and heavy, because the back offsets shouldn't look like absolute shit. They should look somewhat easy, but you should still have to challenge yourself a little if you want to grow. So got those on there. Let's have some fun. It shouldn't be too heavy. Just heavy enough. Let's roll. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. That's rough. But fun. So that was a really good squat session. Everything went according to plan. Last year, I've been really good and really consistent on my squats, and the way that I've been laying out my volume and structure of basically the way I'm programming everything, it's been really good. And so I haven't changed anything up, didn't change anything tonight. And I took a little break in between, hit some calves, hit some adductors, and now I've just been thinking in my mind, like, should I do a regular normal leg press, which is what I've been doing for the past like six months pretty much? Should I do some single leg leg press? And so honestly, I think I'm going to do single leg press, just because I want to really work both sides and really get a good contraction in my muscles and really focus on the accessory itself, because that's where I've been finding a lot of explosiveness in my squats. As much technique and as much work as I put into squats, the most actual like overload that I'm noticing without sacrificing too much of my back and posterior chain is through leg press. I just like to load it up very heavy with very controlled reps, almost, and just basically replicate a squat but on a leg press with motion. You know what I mean? And I've noticed the transfer over and the carryover a ton in my training. So that's something I'm not going to switch up. Only thing I'm switching today is just the leg press selection. So we'll start now. I'll see you on the leg press. There. One more. One more set. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. Now, at the very beginning of the video, I said I was going to do some RDLs or hamstring curls, but right now I'm just feeling the main target to be my glutes. Something I got to build more, especially with how much I like to deadlift. It'll help out a lot, you know what I mean? So we're going to hit this guy for 2 solid fucking sets. It's going to be a little rough, but I'm going to do 2 solid sets and then finish with some leg extensions and get up out of here. Oh, enough chatter. Let's go. One more just like that, and we'll finish some leg extensions and call that a pretty solid freaking leg day. If you notice on those leg press sets, those are 100-pound plates, so it's decently heavy. I'm definitely feeling it right now, but no complaints. I'll just get it done. We're almost there. One more solid set like that. Let's go. One more to failure. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, that was good. Okay. If you notice, I'm using split grip. My normal split grip on deadlifts is over here. And I've done it that way for years. Right now, I notice within myself, it's like a mini imbalance. So I want to try to just even and correct that out as many times as I can to where I get more development in my traps and my lats on this side, as opposed to as much work as I've been putting on this side. You know what I mean? So any chance I get, that's the fucking grip that I'm gonna take. And everybody that says it's dangerous, it's like you build up, obviously. You don't just slap weights on there and try ripping it off the ground that way. You build up over time. And eventually you get really good at finding your position and learning how to use your own anatomy and using your own limbs and leverages to your advantage. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're done with that. Get some leg extensions now. Oh, okay. Oh. Whew, holy buckets. Whew. So I screwed up that last set. I didn't turn on the mic. The last set was a little lighter, but what I was saying that got cut out was that I'm trying to keep everything the same. Isolated leg extensions, isolated leg press, same type of tempo and control basically on all the other accessories that I use in my heavier compound lifts. I'm not necessarily, I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't really see myself. I can't speak right now, but I don't know. I don't consider myself a bodybuilder right now. So the volume and the sets that I like to do and the weights that I like to do are typically heavier and lower repetition. So to get more volume out of the work that I like to do, I try to keep it, anywhere from 8 to 10. Sometimes I'll cheat it 6 to 10, just depending on how heavy I'm going. Like this last set, I made sure to rack it out just to exhaust myself and get everything depleted. Make sure I ain't leaving nothing left on the table. You know what I mean? And also because heavy leg extensions transfer over to that squat bar. It does it a hell of a lot more than you would think. But anyway, today's been a good leg day. Hope you've enjoyed the first episode. If you're getting after it this new year, push yourself, man. That's my biggest advice to y'all. I wasn't too in depth and really talked too much about myself in this episode. As I get more comfortable with doing this type of content, I'll open up more, you know what I mean? But I myself used to be fat too. I used to be 275, just out of shape, not actually doing anything about it either. So I didn't look good. I wasn't doing anything positive in my life during the time. And, a lot of people just like, they try and then they just fold because a little bit of life actually gets in the way and they try to claim that it's hard, when in reality it's just like normal daily life that we're kind of all going through. It's just in different situations and different extents. So like it's you got to have compassion and empathy for others that are going through it, but at the same time, coming from a place and standpoint that I can relate to people in that state, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you have no excuse to fucking fold on yourself. It's so easy to do it, but you have no real excuse to do it. You know what I mean? You can find any excuse within yourself to fold on yourself, but is it really valid? Like, you're going to look on it later and just hate yourself internally, even if you disguise it with other, what am I trying to say? Other, there's a word for it. I forgot what I was trying to say, but you try to fucking numb that away. You're just running from yourself, and eventually it'll catch up to you. So push yourself this year. Get yourself uncomfortable. I remember when I first started in this place, I didn't know how to use half of this shit here the way that I do now, or the purpose in the purpose and ways that I do now. My progress was like this for a long time, until I finally looked at myself and said, you're not pushing yourself enough. You're not willing to take in more knowledge, and you're not willing to learn from others. So you have to switch that around if you find yourself in that predicament as well. So let's push one another this year. That's another reason why I created this channel, was to look back on, elements of my progress and just look at it from time to time and realize, like, I have more in the tank and I could do more, and I could actually feel myself more than I accept from time to time. Because you'll notice every now and then I'll have off days and I'll not push myself as hard as I know I could, but I can't live with myself doing that anymore. So this is another way for me to hold accountability right here. So hell yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode. We're gonna hit probably gonna hit arms and shoulders on this next one. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens tomorrow. See you guys.